So here's the pre-lesson for section 7.1. 7.1 is called completing the square. Now, this one's going to be a hefty little unit. So, boy, I hope you're going to take the time to watch this pre-lesson. Here we go. So let's go through some things you're aware of. You should be. Start with this one. How have I taught you guys to solve these? I've taught you this little jingle. Bada boom, bada bing, do the right thing. You get x is plus or minus 7. Piece of cake. This one, a little harder than this. Now, could a student go ahead and go like this, x plus 2, FOIL it all out, and then make a nightmare of this? Sure, they'll get the same answer, but it's going to take them a lot of time. Because this one is just like this one, but bada boom, bada bing, do the right thing. Watch this. X plus 2 equals plus or minus 7. So if I subtract 2 from both sides, you guys haven't seen a lot of these, but there's two answers. So I got positive 7 minus 2, which is 5. I got negative 7 minus 2, which is negative 9. And there's my two answers. Notice my highest power is a 2. I got two answers. Highest power is 2. I got two answers. Keep that in mind. Look at this next one. Highest power is a 2. You got it. I'm going to have two answers. Now, these first three examples are review. So we look at this and we go, aha, I'm going to factor this because I see that there's two factors of 8 that add up to 6. So I'm going to go x and x, and I'm going to go plus 4 and plus 2. Now, if I FOIL this out, yep, I'm going to get that trinomial there, so I did it right. But I'm not done because I'm solving. So I ask myself, what plus 4 is 0? Well, that'd be negative 4. What plus 2 is 0? That'd be negative 2. So here's my two answers. If you just want to take the opposite of this, it works. If you want to take the opposite of that, it works. Just little tricks. Now, we take that thought process to here and go, aha, we're going to factor it. We go like this, x, x, and go, uh-oh, are there two factors of 1 that add up to 6? No. This is where you're going to need a few tricks up your sleeve to solve these types of problems. One of them is called completing the square. Now I want you guys to notice something. This problem was x squared equals 49. So we had a square there, so we're going to take the square root to get going. This one was x plus 2 squared equals 49. Now what I want you guys to understand, and I need you to really concentrate, over here I said, don't FOIL it out. But see, I'm going to take a look at this. I'm going to open up the hood and take a look at what's going on. If I did FOIL this out over here, I'd get x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 4, which would give me, watch this now, x squared plus 4x plus 4 equals 49. Now, why am I taking the time to do this? This is what's called a perfect square, put a U in there, trinomial, which if I said, okay, let's factor this, we'd go, aha, we can factor this into x plus 2, x plus 2, and that turns into x plus 2 squared equals 49, and then we can go bada boom, bada bing, do the right thing. So our goal is to get a perfect square trinomial on the left side and then a number on the right side. And here's how you're going to do it. It's step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. This has to be a 1. Notice a perfect square trinomial has a 1 right here. It can't be a 2 or a 3 or a 4. We'll talk about examples where that's a problem. We got to fix that, but not during the pre-lesson. Over here, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kick that 1 over to the other side, and I'm going to leave a space. And that 1 over here will be negative 1 plus space. See, I'm going to create a perfect, I'm going to nickname it perfect square trinomial. So you try to factor it, you realize you can't, so now you kick the constant over, create a couple spaces, because I'm going to create a trinomial here. You take that number, it's what I call the middle coefficient. It's the number attached to the x, not the x squared, the x. Take half of that. What's half of that number? 3. Now what? Square it. What's 3 squared? 9. If I add 9 to this side, I gotta add a 9 to that side. Is this a perfect square trinomial? Yes. If I was to factor it, I'd go x and x. What are 2 factors of 9 that add up to 6? That'd be plus 3 and plus 3. Now, I don't want it to look like that. I want it to look like this. And then 9 plus -1 is 8. Guess what we're ready to do? You're right. Bada boom, bada bing, do the right thing. X plus 3 equals plus or minus. Now I know the square root of 8 is square root of 4 and square root of 2. That's 2 square root of 2. I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. And here's how you properly write it. -3 plus or minus 2 square root of 2. And that is how you complete the square. Now, if it's confusing right now, you're going to see multiple examples, and you'll see the repetition, and you should be able to get this process down after a little bit of practice. Completing the square.